This place. Yes. Y'all know I had to say a little something before.
Yes.
Every time I get a mic, amen, that was what I was called to do. Amen. I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. Amen. For Jesus is in this house, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. What a privilege and an honor, amen, to come before you to speak about this woman of God, not only as a friend, but a young girl in the Lord that just first coming off of the streets, number one. Amen. And just coming to know. I've always been a pastor's daughter. Amen. But I walked away because from that thing that was so familiar, so that I could get to know the unfamiliar, but to know Jesus in a way, not through mama. Amen. But I had to learn them because I had some ways of the world that the enemy tried to tell me that I couldn't conquer. Amen. And it took some time to walk away from those things. Amen. And this woman of God helped me become the woman that I am. Amen. I wasn't always the woman that I was supposed to be, but her stand. Amen. I remember those times when I was so depressed, and she would come and I would hear this knock, and I would have my room door closed. Amen. And this after not even coming to church, maybe on Sunday after Sunday. And I heard a knock on the door. And she said, what you doing in this room in here? And I was depressed. But it was God that led her at the time that I needed her. Because see, I was still being purged and didn't understand that I was being purged because I had to walk away from some friends. So I said, well, God, this ain't feel lonely, and I didn't understand certain things, but she helped me get there. And I just thank God for the patience that she had. And it was always not something like being a friend, but there were times when she had to correct. And there are times when she had to rebuke, and there are times when she had to chastise. But it didn't always feel good, but I knew it was for my good.
Amen.
Amen. And so I do thank God for the call of God that's upon her life as my spiritual mother. Amen. Had some along the way, but not like this one.
Amen.
And I just said, God, this is the one that knew me when I began. Amen. The true ministry that God called me to be. And not just only that. Amen. When I was on my deathbed of affliction. Amen. Not seeing her almost 25 years. And I was in there and hey, didn't even know if I would live to see tomorrow. And she walked in there. I see you. Amen. And then she was real calm to her and Lila, because Lila is my baby's godmother. Amen. And first thing she said, who left that plait in your head? Amen. And I'm telling you, she got them scissors and she began to cut that one plait that the scissors. I had a massive aneurysm. Amen. And she got them scissors and she took that little one plait off. And I couldn't hardly laugh. I said, Lord, she couldn't do. She was like, you gonna have my spiritual daughter in here with one plait. I guess they thought I was gonna go crazy finding out that they had them shaved all my hair off, and I had these stitches from front to back for them open up my brains twice. But the grace of God who stood there as a spiritual man. Amen. Death came knocking, and I didn't understand because they said I'd never walk again, and said I wouldn't even remember my yesterday. But every time I rub my head and feel the shunt that's in my head and the scar behind my neck, it's a reminder of God's goodness.
Amen. Yes.
Amen. And all that He's done for me. And I'm so glad that she came back to South Florida. Amen. And to open up a ministry. Amen. And I still call her my pastor, even though we're having our own ministry right now, but she's covering us. And so I give God praise for my pastor, my friend, amen, my spiritual mother, none other than our very own pastor, Izella. Let's give God a hand clap. That is my friend.